Welcome back to Truths in Books. Today, we're diving into one of the most legendary success books of all time, Think and Grow Rich by Napoleon Hill. This book is more than 80 years old, yet its lessons are timeless. First published in 1937, it's the result of over 2 decades of research. The story begins with Andrew Carnegie, one of the richest men in history. He challenged a young journalist, Napoleon Hill, with a bold mission: study the world's most successful people, uncover their secrets, and share them with everyone. Hill accepted the challenge. Over 20 years, he interviewed more than 500 successful people, including Thomas Edison, Henry Ford, Alexander Graham Bell, and many others. He also studied thousands who failed to discover why. The result was this book, Think and Grow Rich. But here's the key. When Hill says rich, he doesn't just mean money. He means richness in life, purpose, and success. The core idea is simple but powerful. Whatever the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. In this video, we'll go through the 13 principles of success outlined in the book. Each principle is like a step on the staircase to wealth and fulfillment. So let's begin with the very first principle. And if you find value in this summary, don't forget to subscribe to Truths in Books. We've already covered classics like Atomic Habits and Rich Dad Poor Dad, and many more are on the way. Principle 1. Desire, the starting point of all achievement. Everything begins with desire, not a wish, not a casual want, but a burning obsession. Napoleon Hill shares the story of Edwin C. Barnes, a man who wanted nothing more than to work with Thomas Edison. Barnes didn't know Edison personally. He had no money, no connections, and no special qualifications. But he had desire. He traveled across the country, showed up at Edison's office, and declared he wanted to work with him. At first, Edison gave him a small job, but Barnes didn't quit. He kept his dream alive. Years later, his persistence paid off. He became Edison's partner and made a fortune. The lesson: desire is the spark that ignites achievement. Hill says if you want something, you must define it clearly. Decide exactly what you want. Set a definite time to achieve it. Determine what you will give in return. Write it down and repeat it daily. Vague wishes bring vague results, but a burning desire becomes a guiding force that shapes your life. Desire is step 1. Without it, nothing else begins. Principle 2. Faith, believing in your vision. Desire alone is not enough. You must believe that what you want is possible. Faith is developed through repeated affirmations and visualization. When you tell yourself something often enough, your mind accepts it as true. If you say, "I can't do this," your subconscious believes it. But if you affirm, "I will achieve this," and visualize it clearly, your subconscious begins working to make it real. Think of great inventors and entrepreneurs. They all faced doubt and failure, but their faith and their vision carried them forward. Hill says, faith is the only known antidote to failure. So repeat your goals daily. Visualize them vividly. Speak them with conviction. Over time, your faith becomes unshakable, and your reality follows. Principle 3. Autosuggestion, programming your subconscious. Autosuggestion is the practice of feeding your subconscious mind with positive goals and affirmations. Your subconscious doesn't question. It simply accepts whatever you repeat often. Feed it fear and doubt, and it will produce failure. Feed it confidence and determination, and it will produce success. This is why writing down and repeating your goals matters. When you tell yourself daily, "I am successful," "I am achieving my goals," "I am building wealth," your subconscious aligns your actions with that vision. Athletes, leaders, and high performers use autosuggestion constantly. They visualize winning, and their actions follow. Desire gives you direction. Faith makes you believe. Autosuggestion keeps your subconscious locked onto the target. Principle 4. Specialized knowledge. Knowledge is power, only when applied. Knowledge alone is not power. Applied knowledge is. You don't need to know everything. What matters is specialized knowledge, expertise in a particular field, and the ability to use it. Think of Henry Ford. He wasn't the most educated man, but he surrounded himself with people who had the knowledge he needed. He built teams of experts and applied their knowledge to build his empire. In today's world, information is everywhere, but success comes from focusing, specializing, and applying knowledge to solve problems. So don't just collect facts. Learn, practice, and apply. And if you don't have the knowledge, surround yourself with those who do. Principle 5. Imagination, the workshop of the mind. Everything begins as an idea. Imagination is where desire takes shape. Hill describes two kinds of imagination. Synthetic imagination, rearranging old ideas into new combinations. Creative imagination, connecting with fresh insights, intuition, and inspiration. Every invention, every business, every work of art started in someone's imagination. Edison imagined the light bulb. The Wright brothers imagined flying. Imagination turns dreams into reality, but it only works if you act on it. An idea without action is just a fantasy. So nurture your imagination. Write down ideas, experiment, and take bold steps to bring your visions to life. Principle 6. Organized planning, turning ideas into action. Dreams are useless without a plan. Organized planning means creating a practical roadmap for your goals. Hill emphasizes the importance of surrounding yourself with a mastermind group, people whose skills and knowledge complement yours. No one succeeds alone. Edison had a team of experts. Henry Ford had advisors. Carnegie had partners. Your plan may fail at first. That's normal, but you must adjust and try again. Temporary defeat is not failure. True failure only happens when you quit. So take your desire, fuel it with faith, shape it with imagination, and ground it in a solid plan. Principle 7. Decision, mastery of procrastination. Successful people make decisions quickly and firmly. Unsuccessful people procrastinate and change their minds often. Indecision is a thief of opportunity. Think of any leader. They may not always be right, but they decide boldly and take action. They adjust as they go. Hill warns that fear of criticism keeps many people from making decisions. They worry about what others will think. But success requires the courage to act on your own judgment. So if you want to grow rich, decide, commit, move forward. Principle 8. Persistence, the sustained effort needed for success. Persistence is the difference between winners and quitters. Every great success story is built on persistence. Edison failed thousands of times before inventing the light bulb. Colonel Sanders heard hundreds of rejections before finding someone who would buy his fried chicken recipe. Most people quit when things get tough, but persistence pushes you through temporary defeat until you reach success. Hill says persistence is powered by desire, faith, and habit. The stronger your desire, the easier it is to keep going. So remember, every setback is just a step closer to your goal if you keep moving. Principle 9. The mastermind, power and unity. A single brain has limitations, but when two or more minds work together in harmony, they create a powerful force. This is the idea of the mastermind. Surround yourself with people who share your vision, support your goals, and bring different strengths to the table. Andrew Carnegie attributed his wealth to his mastermind group. Today, entrepreneurs, startups, and innovators thrive because of collaboration. Your environment shapes your success, so choose your circle wisely. Principle 10. The subconscious mind, connecting desire to action. Your subconscious mind is the link between desire and reality. It works day and night, processing your thoughts, emotions, and beliefs. Whatever you plant in it, whether success or failure, it will nurture. That's why autosuggestion and positive affirmations matter. Fill your subconscious with visions of success, gratitude, and determination. Eliminate negative influences, doubts, and fears. Your subconscious doesn't rest. Train it well, and it will guide your actions toward your goals. Principle 11. The brain, broadcasting and receiving thoughts. Hill believed the brain is like a radio. It can send out vibrations of thought and pick up the thoughts of others. Whether or not you believe in this idea literally, the principle is powerful. The energy you project influences the energy you attract. When you think positively and act confidently, you attract opportunities and people who resonate with that frequency. Surround yourself with optimism, creativity, and determination, and your brain becomes a magnet for success. Principle 12, the sixth sense, the door to infinite intelligence. The final step in personal growth is developing your intuition, or sixth sense. Hill describes it as a receiving set for ideas and inspiration that go beyond logic. It's that gut feeling that guides you when you face big decisions. The sixth sense can't be forced. It develops through mastering the earlier principles: desire, faith, persistence, imagination. Once cultivated, it becomes your inner compass, helping you make wiser choices and seize the right opportunities. Principle 13. Overcoming fear, the six ghosts of fear. Fear is the greatest enemy of success. Hill identifies six basic fears that hold people back. Fear of poverty, fear of criticism, fear of ill health, fear of loss of love, fear of old age, fear of death. These fears paralyze decision-making and destroy ambition. The antidote is awareness. Recognize when fear is holding you back and replace it with desire, faith, and persistence. Courage isn't the absence of fear. It's moving forward in spite of it. Conclusion. So, what's the secret of Think and Grow Rich? It's this: thoughts are powerful. What you focus on, believe in, and persistently act on will shape your reality. The 13 principles: desire, faith, autosuggestion, specialized knowledge, imagination, organized planning, decision, persistence, mastermind, subconscious mind, the brain, sixth sense, and overcoming fear, are not just theories. They're steps anyone can take to transform their mindset and life. Remember, what the mind can conceive and believe, it can achieve. If you enjoyed this summary, hit that like button and subscribe to Truths in Books for more life-changing lessons from the best books ever written. We've already covered Atomic Habits and Rich Dad, Poor Dad. And next, we'll continue this journey with more timeless wisdom. Because books hold the truths that can change your life, and we're here to bring them to you. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.